Well, you know what? At this age, you should not be just swimming breaststroke because you know what? It's hard to hit a target all the time. Do the other events. You know, you got to look at your other strokes as like a racehorse. Like, it's not always the horse that gets out of the gate fastest that's going to be your best stroke. All right, so hop on in. It's a little bit deep. You're going to go. It's like 6 feet deep. Yeah.
Oh.
I know. She doesn't like to get her head wet. All right. Okay. So now bounce up and down on the bottom. So there's a big mirror. Can you see it? Okay, keep going. Perfect. So actually what I'm doing is a little test. I'm looking to see if she's letting air out when her face hits the water. Okay. That was really good. Do that again. When you hit the water, you let air out. That's great. Because if you don't, you're holding your breath. And that's really hard to swim for any length of time when you're going like this. Right? So this is a little test. And she passed. So now this is the current. So you're going to start swimming. And I'm going to be talking, but I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the phone. So you're going to swim for a couple of minutes. And by the time you're done with this, you'll be pretty warm. Here's a clue though. Do not run into the motor. Right? Now, only reason why I say that is if you keep running into the motor, I'll keep turning it up so you don't run into the motor.
Okay.
The endless pool never gets tired, and you will. All right? So I'm going to put it at a moderate speed, and you just got to swim.
No,
That's funny. It's okay, she went the wrong way. All right.
This way, Angel. There you go. Yeah, keep swimming.
Ah, you wouldn't make it? Yeah, you would. All right. You're right. For a 13 or almost 13-year-old, that's not a very good freestyle. But it's something that we can work with. Now, the first thing is, you know that kick?
Yeah.
The kick isn't a symptom. No, the kick is a symptom that the pull is not very good because it's overworking. So what we need to do is get her pull to be better so she can stop kicking so hard because that's really tiring, kicking that hard. All right. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a little bit wider. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah. So this is where she, you know what? She's got really nice long arms, but she's kind of little. So I want those arms in the air to be a little bit more playful, a little bit uglier, I like to say. Now, here comes the balance beam. See how she's having a hard time staying in? So her arm, interesting. Normally she'd be drifting the other way. But, yeah. No, look at the hip. When she takes a breath, her hip leans on the side. So normally that would push her on the current this way. But we're just going to kind of flatten it out. Reach bigger. And so I see a lot of bubbles in her stroke. And then the stroke kind of goes under her body. Are you getting tired?
Huh?
Are you getting tired?
Oh, I thought you would.
No, I'm talking to the camera. You just keep going. Okay. See, she won't be cold after this. Right? All right, you guys come over here. So we're going to get a better pull. We're going to get wider so she doesn't fall on this arm because it just kind of collapses. It catches air, she breaks her paddle, and then she gets it out. So that's where she's not getting much pull. But let's take a look from the back. Sit, come, look. She's swimming very sideways. So she must be doing something on her left side to push her right, because almost everything that she's doing would make her go the other way. Yeah. Well, that is a balancing technique. She's taking a breath. So you take a breath, you lose your balance, you send out a counterbalance. And people go, oh, it's a bad kick. It's like, no, it's a bad breath causing that. Yeah. So I get to educate, the parents too. Yeah. She's like, I'm tired. So the biggest thing I want to do with this stroke is, so I'm going to turn this on. You're going to turn it to me.
Okay.
All right, you're pretty good. All right, so right now, hands are coming in kind of really tight and small, and especially big on this side. Well, I'm going to really work on it getting to be more like a crawl stroke, right? So the arms can swing bigger and further out and then catch underwater. All All right. So Ayu, that was good. Your freestyle is not very good, but that's okay. That means you get to get better. All right. Did you notice you had a hard time staying in the current? So think of something. I still haven't quite figured out why you were drifting that way, because everything else would make me think that you would drift the other way. So maybe your left arm is just stronger than your right. You know what? One thing that would be really helpful is to not have to kick so hard, because that's what makes you tired. Are you very good with a kickboard?
For breaststroke.
For breaststroke. Usually you get breaststroke or you get flutter kick, but you don't get both. I think. Yeah. Perfect. Straighten out your arms. No, like straighten them out. Okay, hold on. So first of all, you want to go this way. Second of all, this is what you're doing. You want to go like a pull-up position. That's it. And relax your head. And if your feet start to sink, you can kick. All right, so you're going to go face down from there. Face down.
Oh,
lay flat on the, wait, hold on, Ayu. You're laying flat on the water with your hands out like that.
Oh.
There we go. Okay. Bring your hands in closer. Okay, about here. Wider. Okay, good. Now bring your legs together. All right, now bring your, okay, kick a little bit so you don't sink. So you might need to kick your legs a little bit so you don't sink. But you're laying flat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Freestyle or breaststroke?
You're just floating right now. We're still just trying to float.
No, like my legs.
Oh, flutter. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. That would be dolphin. Okay, good. There we go. But don't kick very much. Don't kick very much. And just hold that position with your head for like 20 seconds.
Okay.
All right. There we go. There we go. So the whole idea is to create this platform, board, surfboard. That was really good. Where you can just kind of relax. There we go. All right, perfect. Now do that one more time. Back up from the motor so that your arms aren't so wide. And try letting out a little bit of air to begin with so that you don't feel like you're out of breath because you're sitting on a full breath, okay?
Right.
So just release some air. How's your backstroke? Wider? Did you? See, there we go. So that's kind of the frame of the stroke we want. All right, perfect. All right. Have you ever paddled a surfboard?
I mean, not in a long time.
Okay, but think about it. Okay, so that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna float like that, and then when I turn the motor up, you're gonna start doing freestyle. But you're gonna imagine you're laying on a surfboard, and you're just gonna reach your arms super far out, staying away from the middle. Now here's where'd my needle go? Here it is. If you're not wide enough on your entry, I'm going to tap your arm.
Okay.
Please don't stop and look at me. Please don't grab the noodle and try to pull me in. That's happened. But just keep swimming, and on your next pull, go wider.
Right.
But also remember, you don't want to let your hand slide out wider than this part right here.
Okay.
So you want to think about, like, if you're going to paddle a surfboard, your paddle would go around here. So I want you to swim with a ugly big stroke. All right?
Okay.
So reaching out. Do you remember what the stroke was called? Front crawl.
What is it called?
Front crawl. Huh. Yeah, so I want you to pretend like you're crawling on the water, all right?
Okay.
Not like elbows, all right? So start by floating. Find your balance, relax. Perfect, okay. There she goes. See? This is way easier on the shoulders to not have the arms so bent in the recovery. Right? The recovery is meant to be easy. And if we have the arms bent in that position, it can often be really, really hard to, okay, let's see what happens if you, no, go wider, don't stop. There we go. Now the next trick is going to be to not kick. So she's going to have to find some power in her arms rather than relying on that kick, which she already said she's not very good at flutter kick. So imagine if 60 to 70% of her oxygen is going into her legs, but she's only getting 2% out of it. It's not a good trade-off, so we got to soften up the legs. Reach big, pull short, ugly arms, and no kick. Now, no kick will still be some kick, but you just got to say, all right, legs turn off. Now, cool thing. Did you see the front mirror?
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Look at your legs in the mirror.
Okay.
It's the only time you'll be able to see yourself kick while you're swimming. And if you see them kicking, don't freeze them, but just go, okay, come on, kick. Settle down. Settle down. Stop misbehaving, all right? So you're going to be focusing on your arms and your pole and not focusing on kicking, all right? All right. Goggles on. All right. So what are you doing this one?
No kicking.
Or kicking a lot less, and then think about what you have to do more with your arms. You got to press on the water. Okay. So this can be a real game changer because she actually can go faster and spend a lot less oxygen by just letting those legs just take a break. So already, I've turned her up just now. Already her pull has gotten better. And the legs will never actually stop kicking. But what we're just trying to do is take away their big job. Are you a swimmer too? Uh-huh. Who's your coach? Coach K. I don't think Coach K is going to get a lesson. I think Coach K and I swam at the same time back in the day. All right, and you're gonna do your big ugly arms, and this time I want you to do what I call a contrast drill. And a contrast drill is where you're gonna compare two things. So I want you to purposely make your hands tight and swim.
Okay.
And then on your own, after about like 15 seconds, relax your hand. And then swim like that for a while. And when I say relaxed, it's open or closed. But if it's open and tight, that's not good. If it's closed and tight, that's not good. So we want kind of semi-open and relaxed. And then after you've relaxed and swam for a while with it, then I want you to make it tight again.
All right.
All right. All right. Remember, try and keep your big spidery arms. So knowing where people hold tension is really important. Wider. Okay, do me a favor. When I hit you, do not stop. You keep going, because otherwise we're going to start, stop, start, stop. What I'm trying to get you to do is on your next pull, be wider, right? So it's hard if you stop, then you're going to get pushed back, and then you're going to get going again, and then maybe your strokes are going to be narrow. So if I tap you, that's just an indicator. On that pull, I was too narrow. On the next pull, I will go wider. So see where the bar is right here?
Yeah.
You're aiming for this.
All right.
All right. So that was better, and then you got it in the middle. So don't stop, please. So this is where, so freestyle is real. See, look at that. When we look at a good freestyler, what we're seeing is balance. But if the hands are always coming in the inside, they're losing their balance, especially when they take a breath. So you got to get the hands to stay slightly outside of the shoulder. And then that's it. So then when you take a breath, you don't fall. So there you go. She's doing great. There we go. Oh, now she's making her hands tight. You know what happens when the hand is tight? The hand goes through the water weird. But when the hand is relaxed, it actually holds the water. And what we're doing is creating self-awareness. So she already knows how to swim, so this is not a swimming lesson, this is a self-awareness lesson. When my hands are like this is what I feel. When my hands are like that, this is what I feel.